Okay, it has been a while since I've done this, and I can't even remember exactly what the last sort of milestone was, but it's July 28th, 2019, and in a lot of ways we haven't done a lot of work. We've had plumbers here, we've done a lot of yard mowing and tinkering. It took me a long time to get the floor down, and we are focusing now on a garage, because I should have done something like this before I even started the cabin, probably, because I need a staging area for tools and I need a workshop. So we are going to do it now, I think. And we had this giant hole dug out. God, it may have been 2 years ago, at least a year ago, and leveled in preparation for something like this. And I'm just now I dug some trenches and started to lay in some drainage pipe with what I had left over from the last time I did this. And I didn't get very far this weekend, but at least it's a start. So we're going to have to get more materials and finish this up, to at least pour a slab and get the footings in, and then see about possibly ordering some CMU. I can start building walls. I'm unsure about how to phase all this stuff, but this will be one sort of project that's running concurrent to what we do inside. I guess it'll probably be dependent on the weather, which project I work on. Now I'll walk up here and we can look at the plumbing in the basement. We had some minor problems with the plumber, and that I don't know, it was kind of a typical miscommunication type thing. We didn't know we'd hired him yet, actually, and then he sent a text message that he'd finished the work. We had just interviewed a couple of plumbers, and this guy showed up while we weren't here and did all this work, which really, really pissed me off, because he did it wrong. So anyway, at the end of the day, he apologized and repaired his work for no charge. So I guess it's as good as we could hope for. But these are the drain lines, a waste line. We've got an electric line that keeps the pump going. And then we've got the actual water line that's coming from the well into our pressure tank, which is in the back there. And we've got all of our controls mounted. So there was some coordination with the electrical guy. And I think we've got the right size pump and everything, and it seems to be running pretty smoothly. So from here I will be able to tie in the waste lines from the kitchen as we work on that upstairs. I'll have to come down from here. So yeah, one thing I just did was put in this column, which when I walk inside you'll see that it transfers the load down from the sleeping loft, which was really worrying me. So this feels really good. That was somewhat more difficult than like all things, more difficult than I expected it to be, but I finally got that in, so that's good. The plumber also destroyed all of the, not all of it, but he destroyed a lot of the dry stacking I had done. He ran some kind of bobcat or something over my wall. Go inside, see if this light meter reacts. Okay. Yeah, so the flooring is down. That was a long job, a tedious job. But for the most part, I'm really happy with it. It's tight. When I eventually sand it, plane it and sand it, I think it's going to be really, really nice. There's the hatch. There's a lot of details that need to be worked out. I need to band it with some steel and put in some kind of a hasp and hinge it properly. The other thing is that we still cannot get what we want in terms of the electrical hardware. I cannot find metal junction boxes and such, which is what I want to use as exposed hardware on the walls. It's sort of an industrial look, and you just can't find it here. We didn't have quite enough flooring, like I think I said before. So I wound up using, I'd saved and set aside some of the flooring from the loft and from the demo, the original flooring. Or actually, it wasn't. I don't know how old it was, but it was old. But it was thinner than this wood we got from the antiquarian guys, and you can see that right here. There's a centimeter or something difference. And the reason I decided to patch it where I did is that we're going to have a stairway going up, so this will actually be hidden. This section of the floor. The other place I used it was here at the end. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards are actually narrower or thinner, but we're going to have base cabinets basically running all the way along this wall to hide that. And then this is a new column I got in. We went to a local sawmill, made a friend there, good guy, and he was actually coming down out of the woods from a day of logging and met us after dinner at like 9:30 at night, and we searched around through his wood and found a piece we liked, and he cut it for me right there and charged me, honest to God, almost nothing, which is just floored me. I couldn't believe it. So that was a great experience. And I managed to fit this thing in here, and I leveled this thing up. There was a deflection in the beam here. I took that out. I stood on top of it in the sleeping loft, and it feels really firm, real steady. And yeah, and this thing I think looks right. It's not going to be out of place at all. Eventually I'll find some detail to hide that sort of hardware down the jack down there. Yeah, but that's what we got done. Outside, nothing much to say. We bought a new lawnmower. which we needed to do a couple of years ago. And that's really helped with keeping the time down on mowing the yard, but it still takes hours. So I think soon I'm going to get the kids enlisted to do some mowing, because I can't just come out here and mow. Hega weeded the entire flower bed, which was overgrown. I don't know. So that's where we are. Hopefully big things will start happening again before too long. We do have a heat wave, and it's absolutely fantastic to work. So the summer is technically, the holiday portion of summer is over, but we're going to be doing some long weekends at least from here on out, as long as the weather holds. All right, that's it.